Come on now. You knew that if it had at least 3 components, there's always going to be at least a couple friends that attach to them. Tobot V, Twinblade, today on World of Stuff. Yes, this one, it was actually, Twinblade here was part of the set that I got, for, which kind of helped make a decision as to which one was worth getting. And it is quite the peculiar looking helicopter, isn't it? It's because after all, what is scale in transforming robots? Because this thing would be fairly massive and would not very aerodynamic. Then again, neither are bees, and that somehow they managed to fly, so take that for what you will. Size comparison? Size comparison. Megatron. Drop shot. Cannonball. Yes. Let's see now. That's a somewhat better illustration. Moving on to transformation. First we'll fold in these helicopter blades to form actual blades. Those will stay right there for right now. Then we'll bring it down. What will be the waist in a moment. Pull down this part. Press this here to fold out the legs and fold out the feet. Good. Twist here, slide that in for the head. Remove this part, fold in, and attach to the back for right now. Press down, and bring down the hands and locking in the blades themselves. Very nice trick there. Down, and there we go. Twinblade robot mode. Now, the thing about this part here is that you could have it either up down here or up here. Instructions tend to have it up there, but nobody, unless they're really paying attention, are going to notice that it's there. Then again, this is the internet, so there are people that nitpicky, so do what you will anyway. Okay, and as you can see, yes, he does have blades on his arms. Hence, even in robot mode, he has the Twinblade name to live up to. That's still a very nice figure. Yes, I do realize that this part on the back is rather ridiculous, but it makes more sense in the combined mode. As much sense as it can make, anyway. Robot mode size comparison. Robot mode size comparison. Cannonball. Drop shot. Megatron. Let's see here. So obviously not as sizable as Gigant V, more in this. Yes, that would be the Voyager size, or at least close to it. But still, certainly something different, isn't it? Now, one point I feel needs to be stressed with these. It's something I've kind of been low-key bringing up over the past couple of years. What might that be? Twist ties. Obviously, with the more environmentally conscious companies, where they've going the way of the Dodo in favor of more of those paper ones, which is not that bad. I mean, you don't have to worry about spending untold lengths of time just getting the thing out of the box just to play with it. So why am I even mentioning this on this review? Because both Gigant V and Twinblade have the old school, nasty, mean-spirited twist ties. This is both good for some people and bad for other reasons. This may just be a sticking point for some people or just a academic consideration, but you will have to deal with twist ties with these figures. Do keep that in mind. Okay, I said that Gigant V can get bigger with this figure's help. We're going to cover that now. First we'll take off the blades here. Attach this to his axe to give him something a bit more, well, equally ridiculous, but a little bit better size. And we partially transform Twinblade back into his helicopter, but we also take off a few parts, starting with this back piece here, which, as you can probably guess, once you fold out this part there, forms an even bigger chest crest, which, yes, it does hinder arm mobility. That's kind of the price you pay for looking that cool. Anyway, we'll come back here, remove this weird part, fold it out, attach it to the back of the head. Trust me, you want to do this now. You don't want to be reaching back there when this is all put together. Anyway, come up to the hips and, yes, barbarically remove the legs from this figure. I probably shouldn't say it like that, but whatever. You gotta remove the poor guy's legs. It doesn't look good no matter what you do. Anyway, fold these parts back in. Fold these out. Attach leg shoes to the clips on the bottom of Gigant V's feet. Now, I have seen people who use that part that attaches to the hips as additional ballast. You can, but again, he's already on roller skates, so he can get some mobility here. So, make of that what you will. And then you attach this whole thing. Attach this whole thing to here. One way or another. Ah, here we go, yes. Which is why you want to be attaching this part first, because otherwise reaching back here is going to be an absolute pain. And here we have 4-stage Saver, Gigant Saver. Yeah, it looks kind of ridiculous, but it's a super robot. What are you going to do? It's going to look ridiculous anyway. Plus, due to its heft, you're going to have a hefty, nice handle that you can lift them up with, if that excites you. Now with Gigant Saver here, or I guess Saber, given the sword, you do get a lot more on there, but you do lose some articulation. You can't move the arms far up front because of the wing crest, but you do get those wheels mentioned earlier, so you can at least get something going there. As for the rest of it, well, it just looks neat. If this doesn't excite you, there's nothing I can say that'll change your mind. Now, on his own, Twinblade is interesting, to say the least. He is at least a decent figure, but let's be honest here. Chances are you're going to be getting Twinblade in a set, and he is going to be shoes and a backpack for Gigant V. There's just no getting around that. Ironically, it was indeed being Twinblade that got me to discover the set when I saw it on Amazon. Make of that what you will, but if you're going to have him, chances are you're going to want to get him with, or at some point get, Gigant V. Or risk the aftermarket price, which is something you're not going to want to do. Anyway, I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Twinblade. This has been Gigant V. And again, I remind you all, free your mind, free your toys. And there is no way I'm doing a size comparison in combined mode. There is just nothing that I have that's that large.